This is the Powder River Basin in Wyoming and Montana. Not far below the ground lies one of the largest coal deposits in the world. More coal is mined here than anywhere else in the United States. Once it comes out of the ground, that coal is transported by train to power plants in 30 different states. It provides much of the electricity for states like Texas, Missouri, and Illinois. The layers of coal in the Powder River Basin are called coal beds, and they don't just contain coal, they also contain methane. Methane is natural gas, the gas we use for our stoves and heating our homes and generating electricity. All of the methane in the Powder River Basin coal beds is produced by microbes. The microbes break down the coal to produce methane. Methane, or natural gas, burns cleaner than coal, so it does not add as much carbon to the atmosphere. Using methane for power instead of coal helps to slow down global warming. Certain microbes produce methane from coal. Microbes are very tiny single-celled organisms that can only be seen with a microscope. These particular microbes live underground in the coal beds. If we were able to cultivate those special microbes, we might be able to help them produce more natural gas from coal and make a difference for the environment. Jennifer McIntosh, a scientist at the University of Arizona, was interested in that idea. She realized that we do not know much about the coal bed microbes. We didn't know how they work or what conditions help them break down coal into methane. So, with a grant from the National Science Foundation, she set out to find answers to those questions. McIntosh is a hydrologist, a scientist who studies how water moves through the land, both on the surface and underground. She also studies water chemistry, the elements that are dissolved in water. Water is one of the key ingredients that enable these special microbes to flourish and produce more methane. Water circulates underground through the coal beds. McIntosh and her team set out to understand the chemistry of the water, how it flows through the coal beds, and how the water and the elements dissolved in the water impact these important microbes. The microbes that produce methane are called methanogens. So as we explain the science, we'll use that name, methanogens, for the microbes that eat coal to make methane, which is natural gas. To figure out how the methanogens work, McIntosh and her students took water and methane gas samples from coal beds deep underground in the Powder River Basin. They analyzed the chemistry of the water and the microbes and then looked at the data. They made some surprising discoveries. First, they learned that groundwater that contains lots of dissolved sulfur inhibits the methanogens so they can't make methane. Not all the groundwater in the Powder River Basin is high in sulfur, but when it is, the methanogens can't make natural gas. However, the story is more complicated than that. There's another microbe underground that breaks down sulfur. That microbe is a type of bacteria, and scientists call them sulfate-reducing bacteria, or SRBs. The SRBs live in the same water as the methanogens, and McIntosh and her students discovered that they work together. The SRBs break down the coal in a way that makes it easier for the methanogens to turn it into methane. With this new knowledge, it may be possible for people to increase methane production by methanogens by adding the right nutrients underground, nutrients that would stimulate the microbes to eat more coal or alter the water chemistry to increase the population of methanogens with the same result, more methane. All of that adds up to new science that could have big benefits for the production of natural gas. If we're able to harvest more natural gas and less coal, we'll be helping our environment. With the support of grants from the National Science Foundation, Jen McIntosh and her fellow researchers at the University of Arizona and Montana State University will continue to ask questions and find answers, to find new knowledge that will help us meet the challenges we face in a warming world.